Hey, I'm Matthew.
I'm Benjamin.
I'm Jordan.
I'm Jonathan.
And today, we're going to be demoing how to play Empires of Steam, which is a steampunk strategy card game. So, you start out the game by drawing 5 coins for each player. These coins will be shuffled into your deck and then drawn. And you're always going to have 5 cards in your hand. So, I'll have Ben go first.
Okay. So, I'm just going to go ahead and lay it on my hand. It doesn't really matter because they'll see their cards anyways. So you just lay them out so then you can have a visual of what you want to do. So at the bottom right corner of each card is the card cost, the gold amount to pay for the card. I have 5 gold, so I'm going to go ahead and buy an ocean. The ocean is a support card that supplies unlimited water to ocean cards. And I'm just going to take all my cards and put them in my discard pile. And then reshuffle and then draw 5 cards, and I'm going to turn it over to Matthew.
Okay. So on your turn, there are 3 distinct phases. So I'm going to do sort of what Ben did. So I'm going to lay out my cards, and I'm actually going to take a different route. I'm going to pay 3 coins, and I'm going to buy a boat. So on your turn, there are 3 distinct phases. So I'm going to go ahead and lay my coins out so I can get a visual of what I'm doing. The first phase is the purchase phase. So I'm going to take the same route Ben took, and I'm going to pay 5 coins and get an ocean, which will then be put in my discard and be shuffled into my library later for me to draw again. Okay. The next phase is the maneuver phase. Now this phase is where if you have cards in your hand that you can use to gain card advantage or advantage in the game, you can use them for their specified abilities. So for instance, if I had a boat, I can either place it for population, or I can maneuver it for 1 purchase and 1 coin, added on to what I already have. After that, there is the place phase. Now the place phase, you have 3 places per turn. So if you had cards in your hand that you wanted to put into your empire to gain population, which counts towards your general overall goal, which is to win the game by having the most population, or you can put it in your hand when you buy it. You can just keep it in your hand and shuffle it into your library for later. So I'm going to shuffle my library, draw 5 cards, and pass the turn to Ben.
Okay. So my hand was 5 gold pieces again, and I didn't get my ocean. Most cards have requirements, and to be able to buy that card with the requirement, you would need to have the requirement in your empire. But since I don't have my ocean and I can't play into my empire, I can't get things that require oceans. So I'm just going to go ahead and buy a guard. He can either protect against all attacks or +2 cards. So if someone attacks you that turn, you can play him and be like, well, you can't attack me. And the person who attacks is the Saboteur, who's 5, and then he can disable a link or give you a +1 maneuver. And then I'm just gonna put this in my discard pile, draw my remaining card, and then reshuffle my discard pile.
And then draw the remaining 4 cards necessary to make your hand equal.
And then turn it over
cards.
to Matthew.
Okay, so I also got 5 coins. I didn't get my ocean. So there's different amounts of gold that you have. You have the +1 coin, the +2 coin, or the +3, and they each cost different amounts of gold in order to get it. Now these are helpful because late game, once your deck starts adding up cards, your coins are going to be way more diluted in your deck. And so you're going to need more to be able to buy more. So right now, I'm going to go ahead and use 3 to buy a 2 coin card. And then the rest of my hand would go into my discard, and I would shuffle. Well, I would draw my 1 card, shuffle, and then end the turn and pass it to Ben.
Okay, so I'll lay down my hand. Okay, so now I have my ocean. I can place it into my empire, and it counts for population points and as requirements. But this one doesn't have any population, so that doesn't help. And then for my maneuver phase, I'm going to use my guard and get my +2 cards. And so I draw my remaining 2 cards, and now I have 5 gold. And I'm going to go ahead and buy a boat. And then I'm going to take all my cards, except for the one I've placed into my empire, and shuffle them.
Okay. Once he ends his turn, I already have my 5 cards. I have an ocean, 3 1-coin cards, and my 2-coin card that I just bought last turn. I'm going to place my ocean up into my empire, and then I'm going to use my 2-coin card and my 1-coin card to buy a boat as well. That would go in the discard. The rest of my hand would go in the discard since I cannot buy anything else. I would draw my 2 cards, shuffle my deck, and pass the turn to Ben.
Okay. Placed on my hand, I have my boat and a guard, but I only get 1 maneuver. I only start out with 1 maneuver, so I have to decide between which one I want to use, unless one of them had an extra maneuver. I'm gonna go with the +2 cards. So now I have 5 gold, and I can't use this one because I've already used my maneuver this turn. And I'm going to buy a ocean platform. When use ocean platforms to expand your empires among the waters, and the requirement is an ocean, which I already have. And then I'm going to take my cards and shuffle them into my deck.
Once Ben ends his turn, I can reveal my cards, and I have 4 + 1 coins and a boat. I'm going to spend 3 of these to get a land platform, which I can use to expand my empire across the land. This requires a source of water, which I have, since I have my ocean, and this would go into my discard. I will also use my maneuver to get +1 purchase and +1 coin until the end of turn with the boat, and I'm going to buy a 1 coin, which costs 0. The rest of my hand empties into my discard. I draw my 2 cards remaining. I shuffle my discard into my library, and I pass the turn to Ben.
Okay, show my hands. I have 3 1 coins, a guard, and a boat again. I'm going to use the guard to get 2 more cards. Yes, I got another coin and my ocean platform, which I'm going to expand my empire with. And now I have an ocean platform, allowing me to get things that require platforms. And now I have 4 coins. I'm going to buy a pier, which is 3. And I'm going to take them, and I'm going to shuffle, put in my discard, draw my remaining card, and then refresh my draw pile.
Okay. On my turn, I've got 2 + 1 coins and 1 + 2 coin, a boat, and a land platform. I'm going to put the land platform up here with my ocean, and I'm going to use my maneuver to get +1 purchase and +1 coin. So now I have a total of 5 coins, and I'm going to buy another ocean, which would then go into my hand, which would go into my discard at the end of the turn. I would draw 4 cards, shuffle this into my library, and draw the remaining card, and pass the turn to Ben.
You want to skip?
Okay, on my turn, I've got a +1 coin, a link, a boat, another boat, and a receiver. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and place the link in my empire. I'm going to get +2 coins and +1 maneuver with my receiver. That extra maneuver allows me to get +1 purchase and +1 coin with my boat, so I've got 4 coins in total. And I'm going to buy a guard in case Ben gets his saboteur. These go into my discard, I draw 5 cards, and I pass the turn to Ben.
Okay, I have my cards, I'm going to lay them out. I have 3 1 coins, 1 2 coin, and a pier. I'm going to go ahead and use my pier, which gives me 1 card and +1 maneuver. And I have a saboteur, which I'm going to use to disable Matthew's link, which doesn't really affect him yet until he has something to use. And that leaves me with 5 points, and I'm going to go ahead and buy a sky platform. And end my turn.
Okay, I have a +3 coin, a +2 coin, a +2 coin, a +1 coin, and an ocean. I'm going to go ahead and place the ocean up in my empire. I'm going to buy a sky platform for 5. goes in my discard with the rest of my hand. Drop the 4 cards I have, shuffle this into my deck, draw the remaining 1 card, and pass the turn to Ben.
Then on my hand, I have 2 1 coins, a boat, a pier, and a guard. Go ahead and use my pier, and it gives me plus 1 card and plus 1 maneuver. Now I have a 3 coin, and then I'm going to use my my boat, which is going to allow me to have plus 1 purchase and plus 1 coin. So I have 6 coins all together, and I'm going to buy a pier and a boat.
Wait, plus 2 purchases.
My boat gave me an extra purchase. And then I'm going to take my cards, and it just happened to work out that filled up my discard pile, and I have no more in my draw pile, and I reshuffle my discard pile into my draw pile and draw 5 cards.
Okay, on my turn, I'm going to go ahead and lay out my cards. I've got 4 plus 1 coins and 1 plus 2 coin. I don't have the guard I need to repair my link, so I'm going to go ahead and just use my 6 coins to buy a plus 3 coin card, put it into my discard pile, draw 5 cards, and pass the turn to Ben.
Alright, so my hand, I have a plus 3 coin and a plus 1 coin. I'm going to go ahead and use my pier, so I get plus 1 card, plus 1 maneuver. I have another 1 coin. I'm going to use my guard to get plus 2 cards. And I have a plus 2 coin and plus 1 coin. So I have 6, 7, 8. And I'm going to go ahead and buy an arena. And then discard everything.
Okay. While he's drawing his cards, I'm going to go ahead and lay out my cards. I've got a plus 2 coin card, a plus 3 coin card, a receiver, a boat, and a sky platform. The sky platform can't be placed in my empire currently because the link is disabled by Ben's saboteur. So that kind of hinders me a little bit. But I'm going to use 5 coins plus the receiver to get plus 2 coins and plus 1 maneuver. And my boat, plus 1 purchase and plus 1 coin. So that gives me 8 coins and 2 purchases. I'm going to purchase a 1 coin card. And I'm going to purchase an island, which requirements are an ocean, which I have 2 of them. So, you know. I'm going to put my hand into my discard. Gotta go quick.
Bloopers.
Actually, no, I'll go.
Whoa.
You drew the extra.
Don't be Michael Jackson.
You drew the extra coins. I can do something.
What do you want to say to the camera?
Okay.
We ate cookies with no sugar.
Jonathan, go ahead, man.
It's already recording.
Okay.
Matthew, you have to put in your discard first.
You do?
Yes.
You know what? Give me a second.
Your turn.
Give me a second. No, give me a second. Give me a second. Oh, yeah. Switch.
These are interesting.
Never mind.